So I'm currently stood in Grindleford at the western portal of Totley Tunnel, which was completed in 1893. So as you can see on that sign there, Totley Tunnel is 6,230 yards long, or just over 3.5 miles. It is in fact the second longest railway tunnel in all of Britain. So now I'm stood at Grindleford station. I'm going to get a train through the tunnel, and there's the tunnel portal over there. So I'm just travelling through Totley Tunnel now on the train. Obviously you can't see a lot out there because I'm in a tunnel and it's dark. Okay, so I left the station here at Grindleford and I entered the Totley Tunnel. My train took me along this route here through underneath Totley Moor and towards the eastern portal of the tunnel over here, near where it says Hillfoot, and then train continued just around the corner through Door, and then I got off the train here at Door and Totley station. So now the plan is to walk along the route of the tunnel but on ground surface, so we'll be walking across the moor. This is the first of a few air ventilation shafts that lead down into tunnel and provide air ventilation, which is obviously very important. As you can see, as well as providing adequate airflow to the tunnel, these shafts provide a canvas for the local graffiti artists. I did manage to spot this air ventilation shaft here as well, but as you can see, this one's quite hidden by bushes and trees, and it was also on private land, so I couldn't really access this one. But you can just about make it out above the trees there. There's another air ventilation shaft. We're starting to ascend higher up now, almost onto the moorland at the top. But as you can see, we've got a fairly decent view of the southern end of Sheffield up here, and views of Door. Now let's continue up onto Totley Moor. So here we are, we've made it to the top of Totley Moor. And so now we're going to follow the route of the tunnel, which is now under our feet. So we'll be walking across the moorland, and the tunnel will head in this direction towards Grindleford over there where we got on the train. So we're heading in that direction, and if I pan around this way, you'll see where we've come from towards Sheffield. That's where we got off the train. So I'll just quickly show you on the map what I mean. So we're heading along this way. There's the air shaft that we just saw. And then we headed up to the top of the moor here, and then we're walking this way on the Sheffield Country Walk for some of the way, and then we're going to make it to this central air shaft here, which I believe is the largest of the air shafts. So what I'll do now is I'll see you over there at the air shaft, and then I'll do some aerial shots so you can see what it looks like from above. So this here is the central air shaft to Totley Tunnel, and it's located right here in the middle of Totley Moor. Air shafts were vital on railway tunnels for clean air, and also to get rid of any bad polluted air that may have come from steam locomotives and later diesel as well. Whilst flying above the moor, I did notice this brick structure, which I didn't notice while I was on the ground, but when you're flying you see all sorts, don't you? So I went over and had a look, and apparently I did a bit of research, and this brick structure was recently reconstructed because it was just rubble, but it was originally a gunpowder store for the construction workers who were making the tunnel. So this would have been where they stored the gunpowder that they'd have needed to blast through all of the rock underneath the ground to create the tunnel. Hold on tight because we're going over the shaft now. I certainly was holding onto that controller tight. I was really worried about losing my drone down there. That was a scary shot. A stone's throw away from the ventilation shaft I found this old railway track. I assume it's a railway track anyway. Looks like it's been abandoned here for a long time, possibly by old maintenance workers that couldn't carry it off the moor. Anyway, that's the central air shaft, and now it's time to continue to walk back down off of the moor. As we was leaving the air shaft, we come across these red deer. They're always amazing to find these fantastic, majestic creatures. We were very quiet, but I think we were still spotted. As you can see, they're very vigilant creatures. So we're just following the Sheffield country walk now, back down towards where we started. So we've made it across the moor. We're heading downhill now, back towards the valley bottom, towards where we started this walk at Grindleford Station. I love this part of the walk, through this ancient woodland towards Padley Gorge. It's almost like you're walking through a Tolkien book, very Middle-earth. Very nice area. So we're now heading down Padley Gorge, so we're almost back to where we started, at Grindleford Station. Okay, we've made it back where we started the walk. Back at Grindleford, where the western portal to Totley Tunnel is. That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed following the route from one end of Totley Tunnel to the other across the top on Totley Moor. It was a good walk and I've always wanted to give that a go. Saw lots on the way. It's an interesting walk. I do recommend it. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment and all that stuff. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, you could even buy me a coffee on my Buy Me a Coffee page. That would be greatly appreciated, and it will go towards making future videos. But more than anything, I just hope you enjoyed the video. That's the main thing, and hopefully see you on the next one.